Alright, we're going to set up a pond here for a little bit of muskrat trapping. Doesn't look like too much sun, but I don't get too many muskrats in my area. But I'm going to set it up and see. Okay, this is a good example of a bank den. You see I have one trap here, I have another trap right there. And I can see the hole that goes up in under the bank. There's another trail I think there, and then there's a trail here. You can see where it's leading in. I don't see a lot of sign, but there's enough sign that for me to put a few traps in, that's for sure. I might put one over there too, but we'll see what happens. This is why you gotta check your ground blinds when you get snow. It just pushed the top of it in, but what I'm gonna do is just open the door, go inside, and then just push the roof up. It'll slide right off of it, and we'll be good to go. Yeah, you always gotta check if you leave ground blinds out. You gotta check and make sure that you don't. If you leave them out in the snow, you gotta clear the snow off of them. Okay, we got good book sign here. That's a good big one. Came right across behind my one tree stand, working right along the edge of the corn here. As you can see, we had a little bit of an early snowstorm. Fox sign. Seen a lot of fox sign. This stuff left a good trail all the way along here. Let's follow it and see where it goes. This is how scouting in snow can be super helpful. There's that trail in the corn that I'd seen earlier on. And there's a heavy worn trail here. Deer tracks here, deer tracks here. Right underneath this big oak tree. So there is going to be a stand going up in here somewhere next year, because this deer come right across that, right out underneath it. This deer tracks all the way along the edge of the corn here. And back that way too. But they have a trail worn through here and they're using it pretty good. Might move one of my cameras down here. Alright, let's move on. I just found some turkey tracks down by my stand. In the snow. Snow here Thursday, it's Saturday now. Where the hell was he a freaking week ago? Look at all the way along here. Turkey tracks. Yep. Day late and $1 short. Okay, I officially hate snow. There's the turkey tracks. Turkey tracks. Turkey tracks. Turkey tracks. Turkey tracks. There's my stand. Freaking turkeys. Like I said, a day late and $1 short. Walk right past my stand again. Oh well. You see a little spot in the snow here. You see the deer tracks leading right into it. You actually can see the spot here where the deer was bedded down. In that thick brush right in the edge of the field here. Yeah, that's a dead giveaway. You can see where the snow is all melted on the ground there where they were laying. Lots of tracks here though. Another corn trail right here. Lots of deer sign. Here I have a deer trail. Tracks lead right into my food plot there. You can see it's covered in the snow. Right next to my blind. Oh, come on deer, you're killing me. Came in from that direction, past the trees there, through that brush. I'm not using that end of the field now. Yeah, good sign though. Alright. Just checking some traps here. Here we go, muskrat. Perfect head catch there. You can see in the water, his ass is just floating up. Nice. Check my other sets on the other side. I didn't see any, but I'm gonna leave them in there. All right, that's a nice catch, nice head catch. All right, let's get him out of here and see what. Okay, here you can see the setup I used. It's a 110 conibear. I got the split wire on it there. This is a stand I made myself. It's 1/2 inch rebar, and it's a 6mm steel bar that I welded across the bottom. And I use a conibear keeper on the bottom of it there. And as you can see, I anchored that rat just perfect. He didn't even move. The idea is that you push it in right to the bottom, so the bottom of the pond will be right here, so it's right against hard edge, and then they can't go out to the outside of it, so they have to go through the trap because the bottom is going to be right underneath it. But I've had really good success with these. They work really well. All right, let's reset it.
Certainly one thing with a muskrat, you do not want to get bitten by it. Look at the teeth on that guy. Pretty impressive animal. Small little tiny eye. Big teeth. You see here his front paws, look at the claws for digging. Then his feet in the back. He's almost got like web panels on it so he can swim easier. Then he's got a tail almost like a beaver tail, except it's not flat like a beaver tail, it's actually sideways like a rudder. But he has nice fur on him. I let it dry out, you know, before I skinned it. You can see he's got like under fur, real thick under fur, and then he's got guard hairs like a beaver almost. Same. Now, when he's under the water, he actually looks dry because his coat traps so much air for insulation. So in real cold water, he can handle himself pretty good. He has a nice coat. His fur is pretty good. It's nice. All right, let's get skinning him. And we'll get him hung up to dry.
Okay, there he is. There's our muskrat on the stretcher. Ready to be hung up to dry. Alright, I'm just gonna pull my muskrat traps out of the pond here. I've had them in here for quite a while. Got 3 rats. Oh, gee. Smash the ice. Oh. There we go. So there's no more bubble trails. And unless they have a burrow that leads into the pond from the top, once the ice is over, no new rats can get into the pond. It's pretty frozen. Alright. It's not too bad when the ice is clear. You can, see what's in the trap. Like my trap is right there, but now the ice is clouded. You see how cloudy it is? Because it's from the wind and the waves smashing up against the bank here. It makes the water really cloudy. So you can't see what's in the trap. You gotta keep chopping the ice away. Let's get this last trap out. Oh, this ice is thick. Oh, that ice is thick. Catch it. There you go. Okay, lad, what is that there? 2 inches of ice? Easy. You see, once the pond is froze like that, unless the rats have a burrow going down in the top, I can't get any more fresh rats in the pond. So it's time to pull the sets for now. If it defrosts, I might put some back in. All right, time to head home. That water is damn cold. All right, back in the truck. Pull the muskrat traps. Actually, something interesting. I got a survey from the Pennsylvania Game Commission a few months ago asking me about muskrat trapping and what areas I trapped. Did I trap in streams, lakes, ponds, rivers? How many muskrats would I trap out of each den area? All sorts of different survey questions. And they actually asked me if I wanted to send in muskrats, if I would keep the carcasses, if I caught muskrats this year, if I would keep the carcasses and, be able to send them in to the Game Commission, to the biologists, so they could do tests on them. So I did catch some muskrats this year. I caught 3 rats, not too many. The numbers have gone down in this area. I trapped this pond pretty hard because the landowner does not want the muskrats in the pond because they're digging his banks out. Also, the pond is actually the water supply for the local fire company, so we can't have any leaks in it. This is where the fire truck would come. There's a hydrant right on the start of the pond. That's where the fire truck would come to suck the water up, you know, if they needed to fill their tanker back up. So I have the carcasses labeled, and then the Game Commission is going to come and pick them up, I think, in January or February. They're going to come and take them in, and then I guess they're going to test them, you know, to see if they have any diseases or, you know, anything like that that's going to affect their numbers. They're doing a survey to see, you know, why are rats declining in some areas or stable in other areas. I guess they're going to do some tests to find out what's wrong, but pretty interesting. Of course, the easiest way for them to gather information like that is to talk to people who trap and to people who hunt. So I think it's pretty important to, you know, to help them out with that. Don't forget that they control the seasons, or how long the seasons are going to be, and your limits, your catch limits, your harvest limits. And a lot of people, I mean, I send in all my harvest reports for the deer, for turkeys, anything like that I take. I always send in the harvest reports so they, you know, they get the numbers. But there's a lot of people that don't, and I think it's important to do that. After all, they're gonna, you know, help they want to have the animals thrive, and I want them to thrive too, because if they don't, I won't have anything to hunt or trap. So yeah, I thought it'd be pretty interesting to do that. But that's probably, unless the weather clears up, that's probably the end of my water trapping for the year. I do want to put some sets out for fox and land traps, so we'll get to doing that. All right, thanks for watching. Good luck on the trap line.